Hey everyone, welcome to the Captain Drone YouTube channel. My name is Steve and in my hands I have the eFlite Air Tractor. This is a 1.5 meter wingspan from wingtip to wingtip. It's really long. It is a STOL plane, that means short takeoff and land, and it actually has a 50 amp ESC, so you can use 3S or 4S LiPo batteries in this. Now the reason I have it out here today is because this was one of the first planes I bought when I learned how to fly RC planes, and I still have it in my collection because it's a great winter plane, which I'll show you in a few minutes. So when I bought this plane, because it has such large wings, it's very simple to fly. Also, it does have AS3X and safe stability built into it, so that's perfect right off the bat. It's got some really awesome lights on the wings. It's got a solid light plus a blinky light on both wings, different colors, plus you have solid lights in the front. You'll see that when I'm out flying it. So very easy to see in the sky, which is very necessary on a day like today where it's, oh, it is dull today. Now I have to mention, if you look around me, what's this white stuff? You know, in my last video there was no snow, but we have snow. It's January. We have snow and it's pretty much sticking around. And over there you can't see it, but the kids are back in school. So I'm gonna go fly in this big field over there, and that's why I put skis on my plane. So let me bring it close. The Air Tractor does have skis, but they don't come with it. You have to buy them extra. So you get skis that you could just place on the bottom there and even on the tail. It's pretty cool. Can you see that on the tail? There it is. And the skis are quite effective. They work well out in the snow. So now let me tell you a quick story about this Air Tractor and myself flying this as a newbie. Last year I was flying this on a 3S LiPo because I was a newbie and I was still flying it pretty tame. And I was having a great time. It was a sunny day, winter, snow everywhere. And then I decided, hey, I'm gonna try a 4S. So I put a 4S battery in and I was doing quite well. But then one of my friends, Andre, was also flying a plane, and he flew above me, which was okay, and I wanted to get up where he was, but I didn't realize this had so much power, and I rammed right into him and took his plane out and my plane out. There was carnage to this plane and carnage to his plane, but I've glued everything back together. It's all one piece. It should still fly. You know, I've flown it many times since, but I tell you, if you're a newbie, don't fly this on 4S. It's got a lot of power. But today, for this video, I am going to put a 4S battery in it because I've been flying now for over a year, and yeah, I know how to fly planes now, so I don't mind flying on 4S. So let's go take this for a quick flight out in this field, way out in the snow out there. Here we go. Okay, a small problem so far in that it's very wet out and it's very cold, and because it's cold, I normally put cameras on my planes, but I can't get any of them to stick because the double-sided tape is frozen and it won't stick to anything. So I've sort of got a little Insta360 Go camera up here. I wanted to use a bigger one, but that's all I could get on it. That's kind of stuck there. Hopefully it doesn't fall off in the sky, and hopefully I'll give you some footage. Also, for everybody that watches my RC plane videos, I always try to fly the plane close to me so you can see it in this GoPro. Today is a really dull day, and I bet you this GoPro is making everything look really dark, darker than it actually is. It is pretty dark out. So hopefully we get some good video, but this is just to show you that if you're a beginner, you might want to consider a plane like this. Now I'm flying this today on 4S, a 4S battery. I think it's, I'll show you a picture of it, what it is. When you put a battery like this in the front, you have plenty of room for even a larger battery, so you get an awfully long flight time. If you put a 3S battery in here, that's like a small 2200, which I recommend for all beginners, you'll still get a very long flight time. It's a very relaxed plane. Okay, so before we launch, we have ailerons. We have right and left right there. We also have flaps. This plane has flaps. See where it says Horizon Hobby?
Flaps mid. Flaps full.
Yeah, they're pretty good flaps.
Mid.
Oh, and if
Flaps
you notice
level.
that I have a sticker that says Horizon Hobby, I might have put those on myself. I'm not sure. Maybe I did or didn't. Same as the Marines, I put that on, and the United States Air Force, I put that sticker there, and the AS3X down here, and the Captain Drone over there. I like to really doctor up planes with stickers, so they're kind of unique. So in the back, we have our elevator, of course, up, down, and of course we have a rudder.
I didn't get that.
There we go. And I've got a really crappy Apple Watch that keeps thinking I'm talking to it.
I didn't get that.
Yeah, I'm not talking.
Try again?
I'm not talking to you. And of course, in the front, you have the prop.
Engine armed.
Final thing to say is we have a little bit of moisture in the air, so the snow is a touch bit sticky. No, should slide well on the skis. All right, I'll give it some flaps and we'll shoot it up in the air really quick. Here we go. Super powerful. And let that be a lesson. Don't put footprints in front of the skis because it'll fall in the footprints. Let me bring it over to some nice snow over here. Okay, I've moved the plane to where there's no footprints in front, so it should be better this time. So I'm going to give it a bit of up elevator so I can keep the back down and the flaps going, and here we go. Get some speed and pull up. There we go. We're up. See the lights? Look at that. Coming right at me. I'm super slow. I'm on 4S, but I'm babying it. Oh, go up. There's trees there. Don't want to hit those. You can fly this plane like a kitten if you wish. Now, since this is a video to suggest this as a plane for beginners, I'm just going to fly it very slow. This is on 4S. It's coming right at me. 4S. Look at this thing. There we are. Get out of the way. There she goes by. It almost defies the laws of gravity that it should keep on flying. But it does. I'll come by again. This time I'll make sure I watch out for the trees as I'm going by. Miss my GoPro. And I'll bring it down really close in front of me out here. There we are. Far away shot. Okay, I'm going to try to bring it down low and then gun it when it gets low so you can actually see the speed. Here we go. It's really low now. Okay, and gun it. There we go. Shoots off like a bat out of hell. And I don't know if my GoPro can pick it up if I keep going at full speed. This is full speed. Look at it. Well, it's going to blow my camera off top, I think, so I'm going to stop doing that. That's too fast. All right, so I guess what I'll do now is I'll just bring it down for a nice landing in front of me here. Let's come around this way, miss all the trees. We'll go. Actually, let's get it in a camera over here. So I got a few cameras over here, touching the skis and going back up. Let's come and bring it down so that it's coming right at me this way. So we'll go like this, turn around. I'm going to kill the throttle and just let it glide down. There's no throttle, it's gliding. It's on the snow, it's on the skis. And there we are, right there. Is that beautiful or what? I tell you, beginners should consider this plane. So as you can see, I made a really good choice when I got this as a beginner plane because it's a STOL plane, short takeoff and land. It flies with next to no effort on my joysticks. With these big wings, you can go so slow, it's not going to stall and fall out of the sky. Some people who are beginners get a little bit scared when they have a big plane, but this one here, I find it very relaxing to fly winter or summer. It's really good. Now, if you're an experienced pilot, oh my God, go watch YouTube and see what experienced pilots can do with this thing. It looks pretty cool, especially on 4S. But for beginners, start out on 3S, like a 2200 milliamp hour LiPo battery at 3S, and you'll be fine. Now, one thing that's interesting is that when I did get this plane, for some reason, I made a video of the unboxing and how I assembled everything. So here, watch this. You'll see what comes in the box. You'll see how easy it goes together and how you can disassemble it if you want to fit it in your car. Yeah, check this out now. Here we have the box the air tractor comes in. You can see that everything is well packaged inside. Now the assembly of this plane is a dream because everything's pre-installed. So that means the paint job has already been done, the graphics are already pre-applied, all the servos are pre-installed, all the servo connectors are pre-installed, the brushless motor is pre-installed, the pilot is installed, the electronics are installed, and even the details in the cockpit are all pre-installed. Other items in the kit include a couple of wing spars, the metal landing gear, the propeller assembly, a bag of hardware so you can assemble the plane, and finally the user's manual. Install the metal landing gear to the fuselage by using the 2 included screws. Next, take the small wing spar and the horizontal stabilizer pieces, insert the small wing spar through the fuselage in the tail, then slide the 2 horizontal stabilizer pieces together over the wing spar until they click. You'll know you have everything correct when the elevator functions as one unit. Now you can connect that metal control rod that is coming out of the back of the fuselage to the elevator as shown here. You'll note there are 2 supports coming off the horizontal stabilizer. At this point you can connect them to the fuselage as you see here. In your bag of goodies you're going to find all the pieces for the tail wheel assembly. Once you attach everything, your tail wheel should look like this. And the last thing to attach would be the 2 springs on either side. To attach the main wings, you first need to insert the wing spar through the fuselage, then slide each wing over the wing spar and click the wings into position. The wings are then secured or removed by simply installing or removing the 4 screws. To install the propeller, first connect the metal pieces with the plastic propeller, then slide the metal pieces over the motor shaft. Tighten the nut, then install the spinner by inserting a screw in the front and tightening. If you also bought the snow skis or pontoons, you can easily install them by just removing the wheels, then connecting the skis or pontoons. So back to me, the final thing I want to say is if you're a beginner, one thing you should be aware of is the color of a plane. If you're a beginner, try to stick with the color yellow. If you get gray or white and it's dull like today, you won't see it. It's going to fade into the background if it gets away from you. But yellow, you can see it. Especially with the bright lights on this one, you can definitely see it. So it's pretty darn decent that way. This plane has been out on the market for quite some time. It's sold at your local hobby store. It's sold online all over the place. So if you don't go to your local hobby store and buy one, and you want to buy one online, I'll put links below. Go check out the links and you can find it and see what the price is. It's not super expensive. Not for something this size. It's actually quite decent. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have questions on this plane, post them below. And I'll catch you in a future video with much more snow and some awesome reviews. Until then, I say bye.